Every single year, thousands of Indians risk everything to migrate illegally to countries like the US, the UK, and Canada. They use dangerous routes, pay human smugglers, and often travel without proper documents. Yet, when these individuals get caught and face deportation, the Indian government steps in to help them. But why? Why does India save people who in first place don't want to live in the country? Illegal immigration from India has been rising in recent years. We all know that. According to the US Customs and Border Protection data, in 2023 alone, over 96,000 Indians were caught at the US-Mexico border, trying to enter America illegally. This number was only around 19,000 back in 2021, showing how sharply the crisis has grown. In Canada, Indian nationals made up one of the largest group of asylum seekers with over 16,000 applications in 2023. Then comes UK. This particular country has seen a rise with many Indians overstaying their visas or using fake documents to claim asylum. Now this raises an important question. If these individuals left India illegally, why should the Indian government help them when they get caught? Now let me tell you the answer. No matter how somebody leaves a country, they remain its citizens until and unless they officially renounce their nationality. Under international law, every single country has a duty to accept its citizens back if they are deported. And this is why India cannot refuse when the US, the UK or Canada sends back illegal migrants. Now you imagine, if India refused, these people would be stateless and trapped in foreign detention centers indefinitely. No country can legally keep them and no one would want to take responsibility of them. Countries like the US, Canada and the UK have clear migration policy. If they catch illegal migrants, they want to deport them quickly. Imagine again, if India refuses to take back its own citizens, it would damage diplomatic ties. The US and India have strong trade and defense relationship worth billions of dollars. If India refuses to cooperate on deportation, the US might impose restriction on Indian travelers or businesses. Canada has one of the largest Indian diaspora, with over 1.4 million Indian origin people living over there. India refusing to take them back could strain their relationship as well, affecting trade and student visa. Then comes the UK. UK has already warned about stricter visa rules if illegal migration from India is not controlled. Simply put, helping deported Indians return home is a strategic move to maintain strong ties with these powerful nations. Also, let me tell you, not all illegal migrants are criminals. Many of them are really desperate people looking for a better life, escaping poverty, unemployment, or even political and religious persecution. Some are misled by agents who promise them very easy jobs abroad, but instead abandon them in dangerous situations. Some Indians take dangerous sea routes, risking their lives on overcrowded boats. Many travel through jungles and deserts, facing exhaustion, dehydration, and even death. There have been cases where Indians died in a shipping container or held hostages by human smugglers. When these people are caught and face deportation, they often have nowhere to go. Their families back in India sometimes don't even know where exactly they are. In such cases, the Indian government helps them return safely rather than leaving them to suffer in foreign jail or any refugee camp. Now, if India refuses to take back its deported citizens, it would create an international scandal. News headlines would say, India refuses to take back its own people. Opposition party would use this to attack the government, saying that it has abandoned its own citizens. International media would criticize India for failing its duty as a responsible nation. So, by bringing back the deported Indians, the government controls the situation on its own terms instead of letting foreign governments dictate the entire process. You know, one of the biggest reasons India cooperate on deportation is to deter others from trying to migrate illegally. Now, if people see that government is bringing back the deported migrants, it sends a clear message. Illegal migration is not a free ticket to the West. If you get caught, you will be sent back home. So, it's kind of better to go legally than risking everything illegally. By working with the US, Canada, and the UK on deportation cases, India also gathers intelligence on human smuggling networks. Now, this helps the government crack down on fake agents and passport fraud that pushes desperate people into illegal migration. At first, it may seem really strange that India helps those who didn't want to live there in first place. But when we look deeper, it becomes clear. International law requires every country to accept its own citizens. Diplomatic relation with global power deepened on cooperation. Many deported are victims of exploitation, and India wants to avoid international criticism. Deportation discourage future illegal migration, while some people do criticize the government for wasting resources on deportees. So, the reality is that helping them return home is better than leaving them stranded in a foreign jail or unfair condition. In the long run, India is not just protecting its citizens, but also its global reputation. You tell me, would you risk everything for a better future? Well, many do, but not all succeed. And when they fail, the Indian government is often their only way back home.